All right, I want to thank everyone for coming today to the virtual home buyer seminar. My name is Carla Nee. I work with Jack Conway and Company as a realtor out of Massachusetts. I hope you'll use today's seminar as a tool to help you buy your new house. Okay, let me share my screen with you. Where? Um, mhm. All right, and we'll press play. My name is Carla Nee. Like I said, I work with Jack Conway and Company out of Situate, Mass. If you have any questions, don't feel free to don't feel free. Feel free to email me. My email is cnee@jackconway.com. You can also text me. And my social media is Realtor Carla Nee. You can find me on all the platforms. And of course, my website, carlanee.com. So let's jump in. All right, 5 myths about buying a home. In today's market, you must have 20% down. That is the number one myth, and that is incorrect. According to mortgagereports.com, the average first-time home buyer puts about 6% down. I suggest a minimum of 10% of your offer price. The higher the percentage, the stronger your offer usually will be. Certain loans will offer as little as 3% down, and VA loans require 0 down for their first home purchase. Now, my father-in-law is in his 70s, and his wife purchased their first house, so he's still eligible for that. Little tip for you out there. Number 2, you must have a perfect credit score. You don't need a perfect credit score. You just need that to get the best rates out there. So some banks offer credit enhancement programs. They don't advertise them, so you do have to ask for them. It's a little secret. Myth number 3, now is a bad time to buy a home. Not true. So mortgage rates are at a historic low, and economists are saying that sales prices are only going to go up. So right now is the sweet spot. You get those mortgage rates and prices are just going to increase. Home myth number 4, you should purchase your home at the top end of your pre-approval. I never suggest that. You don't want to be what they end up calling house poor. You want to be able to do things, live your life, maintain your home lifestyle or maintain your lifestyle. You never know. For number 5, it's cheaper to buy a fixer upper. You never know what can of worms you're going to open up. For me personally, that's what happens. We bought a contractor special, and that did not go the way we thought it was going to go. So you never know. Some people it works out great. I mean, our first house was just cosmetic stuff. It was really dated, and it was a really great house, and we made a lot of money on it. I've got a couple bonus myths for you, and then we'll get into the nitty gritty. So bonus myth number 1, you should choose a lender with the lowest advertised interest rate. And I do have a typo there, I realize that. The best rate may come with higher upfront costs and fees. So it may be the best rate, but what else are you looking at with that loan? I suggest shopping around, do some serious shopping around. Don't go to the first lender you see. Number 2, it's cheaper to rent than to own. I love this one right now because last week I just posted an article from boston.com on my social media outlets, and it says that Plymouth County in Massachusetts is actually cheaper to buy than to own, which is really exciting because you can earn so much equity right now. Appreciation is skyrocketing in homes. Myth number 3, you can't buy a home if you have student loan debt. I have student loan debt. My husband has student loan debt, and we're on our second house. So that is not true. But what is true is that your student loan debt is captured in your debt to income ratio. So there are calculators online that'll help you find out roughly what that number is. But different banks and different loan programs require different debt to income ratios. So that is a myth. And I'm telling you firsthand, it just depends on how bad or what your student loan ratio number is. Now, this is a great quote. I've been following real estate economists closely to see what each forecasts for 2021. And Len Kiefer from Freddie Mac captures this really well here. You found a home that meets your needs at a price you can afford. It might be better to act now rather than wait for the future rate declines that may never come in a future that likely holds a very tight inventory. So if you find a house, don't wait, jump on it. If you decide you don't like it during the home inspection and you don't like what the home inspection holds for you, then you may not have to go through with it. But if you find something you like, jump on it if you have that loan in place or that pre-approval in place. So I pulled this from NerdWallet, this list from NerdWallet, the pre-approval process. You want it in the paperwork, and whatever you need for the pre-approval process is listed here. Income, income, employment documents such as tax returns, W-2s and 1099s, asset statements, monthly debt payments and real estate debt payments, records of rent payments, divorce, bankruptcy, and foreclosure, if that applies to you. So we're going to do this in phases. Phase 1 is outlining your objectives, planning and prep, understanding the market. So when you're outlining your objectives, you want to know what your motivation is and share all this information from your realtor, because the more they know, the better they will be at helping you. What price are you considering? And that's usually based off of what your pre-approval is. So get that done first. What is your timeline to move? What are your ideal features and non-negotiables? This is like a buzzword in real estate. Non-negotiables are, what can you not live without? Do you have to have a bathtub? Do you need a house that's ADA friendly or ADA approved? Or do you need gas? You don't want an electric stovetop. So those are non-negotiable things that you just have to have. Also, what are you looking for in a neighborhood? So planning and prep, you want to discuss your objectives and process with the realtor. They're going to ask you to sign an exclusive buyer agreement. You're going to research your neighborhood with your realtor, and of course, provide your pre-approval letter. Understanding the market. Your realtor should provide an analysis of the market, pending and sold transactions that have occurred recently. They need to have a stronghold of the market in order for you to succeed at buying the house that you actually want. They're going to review contracts and timelines with you. Personal timing and seasonal considerations will be taken into consideration. And they're going to explain the market forces of supply versus demand if you're not quite sure what's going on and how the market's reacting right now. So phase 2 Where'd you go? Phase two, finding your home offers and negotiation strategies. So here's my website right here. It allows you to make appointments with me, request consultations. It's got my blog, and most importantly, it helps you search for your home. Now, my particular search allows me on the back end to see what you're looking at. So if you're not quite sure what you want, or you're adapting to discover yourself what you want, I can adapt with you. I can see what you're looking at, what you like, what you don't like, and all that stuff. So you're going to browse and review online listings with your realtor. You're going to review how online websites work with your realtor, which I just discussed with you, how mine works. You're going to get notifications of new and off-market properties, which is great because off-market properties, you can't see those online. Your realtor knows from their network. These are things that you will not find online, which is key in a market like this. You're going to attend open houses, and you're going to select the ideal location for your home. You're going to learn about the purchase contract. In Massachusetts here, we refer to that as the purchase and sale, or PNS. You're going to discuss multiple offer strategies. That is big right now because a lot of homes are getting multiple bids. So you want to have your strategy in place, and you want to make sure that your realtor has a strategy in place. What else am I missing? You're going to negotiate to optimize the price and terms, and there's going to be a lot of counter offers with your offer. So we're going to go to phase 3 now. Under contract inspections and disclosures. So a realtor will notify the title company of the acceptance and full executed contract, which is the PNS, which is your offer. They're going to turn in the earnest money deposit to the listing agency. This is usually a bank check, or actually I think in some states it's personal check as well, and you can wire that over. You're going to notify the lender to begin the loan process. However, I have heard that lenders will not start the underwriting process until they have a signed purchase and sale agreement. They will not start it when you have an accepted offer. They want to make sure that that they're not wasting their time, that this is actually going to go through after the inspection. That's just current market trend right now. It's not always going to happen. You're going to contact an insurance agent regarding homeowner coverage. You're going to schedule your home inspection. I suggest including a termite report just for your peace of mind. That is actually required by VA loans, but it's always just nice to know, if there's been termite damage in the past, even if it's been corrected, that there might be a little bit of damage left over from that. Or if you never know, if squirrels got into the house at some point, you're going to want to know where that came from. And you know what, the general home inspection, I highly suggest you get that done if it's optional. It's just better to be prepared than not prepared, and most home lenders require it. And you're going to review all the disclosures that come back in those inspection reports, and you're going to negotiate repairs based off of that. If it's something that you can't live with and you want the homeowner to take care of prior to you owning the home, that is something that you will negotiate, and then you'll move forward to the purchase and sale agreement with your attorney. You need an attorney. I suggest you have an attorney unless you are one yourself. You want to meet all the deadlines because you don't want a contract to be null. And you're gonna schedule a final walkthrough prior to closing. So an example is I have a closing on Monday. Today is Friday. I have a closing scheduled for Monday. We're doing the walkthrough of the home on Sunday afternoon. Sometimes they don't do the walkthrough until the morning of the closing, but that's generally the amount of time you need for in between the two. Um, I told you about the current trends with underwriting not starting until they receive a PNS. So we're going to go on to phase 4, closing, working together again. Yay. This is when everybody gets what they want. You're going to meet with the title company to sign loan documents. You're going to arrange to wire payments or bank checks are great. And then, excuse me, you want to transfer your utilities. Don't forget about that. You want to make sure you have that set up ahead of time. You don't want to move into a house in the middle of the winter and realize there's no heat. You're going to want the heat ready for you, especially in New England. So working together again, staying in touch. Your realtor should keep you informed about the market. Maybe every once in a while, let you know how much your house is worth. That's really great information, especially if you're in it for the investment and not in it for, um, for building your family and living there forever. If it's not your forever home, sometimes it's a great way to make some money is to just move to the next level. Maybe we can provide resources to you if you're looking for a contractor. We're great for contractors. We know everyone. And we do want to help you in anything home related. We're here for. Any feedback is awesome for us, and referrals. And the reason why I want to bring this up as to working together again, or you working again with your realtor, is because a lot of us take our jobs very seriously and we do the best work we can for you. So why not share that or share our services when we work so hard for our clients? Okay, so we're going to move on. What to avoid during the closing process. I'm laughing because I saw something so terrible that it was funny on Facebook about this earlier today. Avoid changing jobs. A job change may result in your loan being denied, particularly if you're taking a lower paying job or moving into a different field. Just because you've been pre-approved doesn't mean you're going to get the loan. And that would be so sad if you made this change and all of a sudden you sold your house and or you didn't renew your lease and now you have no place to go. You want to avoid switching banks or moving money to another institution. Don't buy any cars. Avoid paying off existing accounts unless you talk to that lender, the lender that is lending you the money, and avoid any large purchases. So the funny story today that I saw was another realtor. The day before closing, their clients bought 2 Lamborghinis and transferred money from Africa to America. So that's not happening. I'm not saying you're gonna do that, but I mean just don't touch your money until you get in that house. Who pays for what? So right here, you can read it for yourself. Buyer paid costs, seller paid costs. And then there are also costs that are paid by both. You want to pay attention to the appraisal, credit report, homeowners insurance, home inspection, loan fees, prepaid interest, PMI, and lender's title insurance. Now, I will tell you that in some markets, appraisals are killing deals. I mean, anything can kill a deal, but you want to make sure that you're prepared if that house doesn't appraise. If it doesn't appraise, ask your realtor to provide comps to the appraiser to try to fix that, unless it's like hundreds of thousands of dollars off. I would make sure that you have that money set aside if you're going to go through with it and pay out of pocket. Not everybody can do that. Also, these are costs you're going to incur. And usually your lender can give you a breakdown of this and what those fees are. So title fee, notary fee, recording fee, property taxes, documentation, preparation. And try to get these fees up front, or a schedule of these fees up front. So that was nice and quick. I'm not sure what the timing is here, but I promised when I set this up that it would be under 20 minutes. So I want to thank you. Feel free to check me out. My website is carlanee.com. That's how you spell my name. If you have any questions, need an agent, or even need help finding a lender, a contractor, an attorney, feel free to reach out to me, leave your contact information. I would love to get together for a strategy session. And that's what I actually call them, because I want to tell you my strategy on how to get you the best deal in a market like this. I also have some other seminars coming up. I have one with a financial planner coming up. I have one that's the transition between seller and buyer. And I have one for sellers who want to do renovations on their house but don't have the upfront fees to do that. And what else? Oh, my seller and buyer seminars that I have weekly. So I look forward to hearing from you. Reach out anytime at Carla Nee. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, anywhere you can find me. Reach out anytime. I will be in touch with you during the day at some point. Just like anybody, I do have limitations. I'm not going to answer the phone if I'm asleep, but I will answer the phone if it's an emergency. So book a strategy session. I can do it in virtual, just like this, or in person, depending on your location. I look forward to hearing from you guys. Take care.